From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Naira Ahmed. At least 30 people have been injured in Los Angeles after a vehicle drove into a crowd of people. AP correspondent Julie Walker reports.
It was a chaotic scene outside a Los Angeles nightclub early Saturday morning when a vehicle drove into a crowd of people on Santa Monica Boulevard, injuring 30, says LA Fire Department Captain Adam Van Gerpen.
A vehicle had drove through a crowd. There was a crowd who was waiting to go into a club. There was also a taco stand and there was a valet stand. So the vehicle drove through the taco stand, valet stand, and through a crowd of people.
He says the Nissan Versa hit the line of people, the majority women, waiting to get into the Vermont Hollywood nightclub.
Police say the driver was later found to have been shot as officers are searching for a suspected gunman who fled the scene. A 35-year-old Canadian woman has reportedly died while attending the Tomorrowland Music Festival in Belgium. A spokesperson for the festival says the woman fell ill yesterday and was sent to hospital. Organizers were told this morning the woman had died. The cause of death is being investigated, and Global Affairs Canada says they are in contact with local authorities. Tomorrowland draws tens of thousands of visitors from around Europe and runs across 2 weekends ending on July 27th. Air quality warnings are in effect for much of Manitoba this weekend as wildfire smoke continues to linger over the region.
Environment Canada says much of the province will be dealing with poor conditions, with Winnipeg expected to see an air quality health index rating of over 10 by Saturday night. The agency says the very high-risk conditions in Winnipeg and in Flin Flon in northwestern Manitoba are expected to last throughout the weekend. Manitoba is currently dealing with 121 wildfires, 13 of which are classified as out of control. Meantime, wildfire smoke is also affecting central and northern Saskatchewan. Lisa Laporte, The Canadian Press.
The Artificial Intelligence Minister is closely watching ongoing court cases as he decides on an approach to AI and copyright.
Here in Canada, OpenAI is fighting the jurisdiction of an Ontario court to hear a lawsuit by news publishers. Those news publishers are suing OpenAI for using news content to train its ChatGPT generative artificial intelligence system. Evan Solomon's office says he plans to address copyright within Canada's broader AI regulatory approach. But there are no current plans to introduce a standalone bill, and the minister's office says it is closely monitoring ongoing court cases and market developments. Rob Westgate, The Canadian Press.
And a tech company CEO at the center of controversy following a video captured on the big screen at a Coldplay concert has now resigned. The move comes a day after the company said he had been placed on leave and the board of directors had launched a formal investigation into the viral incident. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the Toronto Blue Jays beat the San Francisco Giants 6-3 for their 9th straight home victory. Defending champion Colton Herta earns the pole position at the Ontario Honda Dealers Indy Toronto. The race goes tomorrow. Saskatchewan Roughriders want back in the win column tonight in Vancouver when they visit the BC Lions. The Roughriders dropped their first game of the CFL season last week to Calgary. Canada's Denis Shapovalov faces American Alexander Kovacevic tonight in the final of the Los Cabos Tennis Open Finals. The 26-year-old from Richmond Hill, Ontario, chases his second ATP win this year after taking the Dallas Open in February. After just making the cut at the British Open, Canada's Corey Connors went 5 under par in today's third round in Ireland to improve his position. And in the MLS, the Vancouver Whitecaps visit San Diego FC. Toronto FC is at Nashville SC. CF Montreal is in last in the Eastern Conference and hosts Chicago Fire FC. From the Canadian Press, I'm Naira Ahmed.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.